Worlds being announced. Pokemon Unite is going to be at the World Championships in August in London. There is rumored to be a $1 million prize pool for this tournament. Multiple teams from every region are competing. We don't know what that's going to be yet. We don't know how many teams from North America, Japan, the Australian servers, where are they all going to come from? How many? How does qualifying work? We don't know any of that information, but this does signal a big investment into Unite, which is what we were all hoping for. I mean, they seem to be doing a lot with the sort of the Japanese team and Unite. Like, they're pretty stoked on the game. They have tournaments all the time.
Yeah.
Their Twitter seems to be actually tweeting on time with things. But other regions, I don't know if we're getting as much love, but this really shows a worldwide commitment to this game and this game releasing more places. So yeah, Louche, what do you think about this announcement for Worlds?
I am so excited for Worlds. As you two know, my team Owl is hoping to compete in Worlds. So we're really looking forward to that. We're doing our best to make it. We've been practicing all day, every day, versing top players and having a great time doing it. And I just think this is so big for the game. I think it's so big for the game because I'm a Pokemon fan through and through. I have in my entire life, and I remember the impact that the Pokemon world just had on the entire organization, and it was so big. And I honestly think that this game has a big future ahead of it, and I'm excited to see this be the beginning of that. What's your take, Crashy?
Yeah, I think the introduction of Worlds it's the head nod that says, you know what, we're in this for the long haul, right? Like at very least, it's the nod or the message to say we're going to give this a shot and see how it goes. But I think that the online reception for competitive for Pokemon Unite has been the strongest part of this entire game. Competitive has been the biggest part, and there's a lot of it's a kid's game, it's a casual game, it's it's fun, blah 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 blah. But at its core, it's a MOBA, and there's never been a MOBA that's been made casually, right? Like or mainly casually. And Unite's the same. Like, yeah, it's got the casual elements to it. It's got the catch-up mechanics. It's short. It's mobile. But actually, it's so incredibly competitive. And the crazy thing is that it's very volatile. So you have to not only do you have to be incredibly good, you have to be perfect. You have to be so perfect when you're playing against some of these teams.
You cannot make a mistake.
You cannot make a mistake. And I think that we have these regional metas, and it's all going to come to fruition. And like I said, Spragels, we talked about this in the Lost episode. Which meta's better? We just don't know. We have opinions. Which meta's better? And I can't wait to see it. I've been peeking I watched the Korean LAN event they did. I watched the Japanese tournaments that they do. They do monthly Japanese tournaments. I would love to see some of that like pre-world stuff come to the Western world a little bit. I understand maybe they're just waiting and using that as like a testing platform. Who knows, to see how everything's going to run. But yeah, details. That's probably the most thing we're excited for. Obviously, Louche was a former tank player for like me and my team. We weren't super serious, but watching him and Suluwu peel off to focus on the Australia team specifically, they've been doing really well. I'm really excited to see how many slots the OCE or like Australia region will get, because I think that they have a really big chance. I would love to see Louche at Worlds. I'm most likely going to be in participation to the event, assuming that if that's an option. And I think that Worlds is going to be huge for this game. There's so many people that know about Unite. Content creators know about it. Worlds is just that next amplification for the game,
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, Spragels, let's go.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, and with a prize pool like that, I mean, we could start to see some bigger orgs start sniffing around this game. I mean, and there are a few teams that are really poised to, obviously get picked up in that situation. TTV openly was talking about looking for, one of those big orgs to kind of grab them and make them one of their teams. I'm interested to see when the details start to get finalized, what happens to this game, because we could also see some sharks come into it. Like, people who are silly good at other MOBAs can jump into this and start getting very, very good. A big org can go, no, we're going to win Worlds. There's $1 million on the line. We're going to put a team up. We've got people who are great at MOBAs. Let's throw them into Unite. The amazingly good thing about Unite is the matches are so short. So I feel like you can learn this game a lot quicker than you can learn a game where the matches take, 40 minutes to an hour at times. You can run back-to-back games really fast. So we could see new teams hopping into this. I mean, There's no question that this announcement is positive for the game in every single way. These big prize pools, I hope it stays huge. I hope it's a huge prize pool because it just gets a lot of eyes on this game. And that's what Unite needs. It needs to continue to grow and continue to get a lot of hype around it. And I don't care how many $40 skins I need to buy. I'll keep buying them if it means we have a world. So I'm really, really excited for it.
Yeah, I think that the implication of big tournaments it sends such a ripple through the community, because when you can see the developer support for the game, it gives third-party companies a reason to say, oh, there's viewership here, there's reach potential, we can we can promote our product, our services. Let's start running these tournaments. And we just saw something like that with A Drive and Smash GG. That was a collaboration event that they put on, a 3-month league. And I don't know if you were ready to segue into that, but events like that can easily coexist if the community is thriving. If we have that reach potential, those numbers, people are watching these tournaments, then that's where the sponsors come in. That's where, TTV gets signed. Aphelion, I believe, is on a contract, or they're signed with their team. Team Shiny is obviously signed, under A Drive. So that's where these teams will start to foster an ecosystem within their own regions. Right now, our region is it's real scrappy. Basically, everybody's just scrimming and playing. But it's starting to legitimize. The Worlds announcement, the official Worlds announcement, was step 1, but the bargaining chips aren't really on the table just yet because we don't have all the full details. As soon as we know, hey, there's 4 slots North America or 2 slots, and then you start, you can leverage the details and the data. That's whenever it's going to get really interesting on the esports side of things within each region.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. Oh no, go ahead, Louche. Yeah, I don't want to cut you off.
So
we keep jumping all.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget it, Louche. Never mind. You don't get to say anything.
I'll leave. No. So Worlds just gets me really excited. So I've been trying to jump in because I just love talking about Worlds, and it's something that I'm so excited to see because I love the competitive scene of this game. I think it's really, really good. I think we're still early, so we'll look back in a couple of years and we'll think, oh wow, people were bad at this game, right? It's still early on, but I'm so excited to see the Japanese meta versus the NA meta versus the EU meta. Even we have our own meta here in Australia, and everyone playing on an even playing ground, a LAN event, no ping. I think it's going to be amazing to watch. I think it's going to be a spectacle, and that's all I want to say. I got it out. I did it. We can continue.
Perfect.